ask you a question, cousin. At any time during the initial stages of your indictment involving this whole Tammy Thomas thing, did you talk to Big Meech or did you send a message to Big Meech in any way to tell him or to alert him of what was going on?
We sent Big Meech certified mail. Big Meech set me up and Lieutenant set me up with the sting in 2013.
I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy, what you mean, Tammy? Like, nigga, you ain't heard what's going on?
Y'all won't believe this. Big Meech just got dragged through the mud. 50 Cent dropped some explosive paperwork claiming Meech was talking to the feds. And the internet is in chaos. But where did 50 get this from? Word is, former BMF members are whispering in his ear, trying to make names for themselves. The shade is flying left and right. But trust me, the real story hasn't even hit yet. And Big Meech, oh, he is not here for the drama.
Did Blue Da Vinci cooperate or no?
Yeah, he cooperated. I mean, I didn't say it. It was in Miss Mara Salut's book, where his own lawyer said, yeah, there was anything else that we could do, Your Honor, to help you along with this case.
I'm telling you, Meech is about to give 50 a front row seat to how a real kingpin handles disrespect. This isn't just petty drama. This is about legacy, about street legend status. 50 Cent loves throwing cash around to expose people, but this time he might want to pump the brakes. Big Meech isn't just some random guy. This is Demetrius Big Meech Flenory, the mastermind behind Black Mafia family. His name carries weight from coast to coast. Let me take you back to the 1980s, where it all began.
And then my homeboy that was with me, he was like, Tone Bird, he from BMF too. Tone was like, ask Big Homie what's up with the movie with 50, like what's going on with him from New York. I had to use my New York accent. Yo, what's going on with the 50 Cent movie? So I'm like, oh yo, Meech, what's up with the movie with the TV?
Meech and his brother Southwest T hit the game hard, flipping $50 bags like it was nothing. By the early 2000s, they ran a nationwide operation, moving weight through Michigan, Georgia, Florida, California, Louisiana, and beyond. That kind of money had the feds watching, so Meech and Terry got creative. They launched BMF Entertainment, a legit promotion company on paper, but behind closed doors, that's where the real money moves happened.
Believe that Terry White grew up in an Atlanta housing project. But when FBI and GBI agents arrested him last night, he was living here, a sprawling $200,000 mansion in Jonesboro. The 27-year-old was in the process of renovating his home, which features an outdoor swimming pool, a full-length basketball court, and more.
Had a media room where there were 24 TV sets on one wall hooked to a satellite dish, and you could hit a button and all 24 TVs.
But here's the twist. Asterisk BMF Entertainment Asterisk wasn't just a front. They had a real artist, Blue Da Vinci, who even dropped an album in 2005 called The World Is BMF's. But by October 2005, the feds swooped in, snatching Meech up and swapping his luxury lifestyle for a prison jumpsuit. The moment that happened, fingers started pointing, especially at Blue. Why? Because out of everyone in that crew, he looked like the weakest link.
My client would be more than willing to cooperate with you all to help you in this investigation. But now the thing of it is by you admitting what was done, you know what I'm saying, what you done or whatever, but bottom line is, you know, you didn't take the single plea, you went in.
Let's keep it 100% real. Somehow, Blue didn't get scooped up with the rest of BMF when the feds came through in 2005. When they got Meech, they slapped the cuffs on him and hauled him straight to jail, but Blue, nowhere in that lineup. By 2006, things got even messier. BMF's logistics boss, Dexter Sosa Hussey, started throwing major shade at Blue, making everyone side-eye him even harder.
Gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, you know what I'm saying, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy, what you mean, Tammy? Like, nigga, you ain't heard what's going on with her?
Sosa wasn't just talking in the streets. He put it on record in court. When Blue showed up with his lawyer, things got beyond shady. His own lawyer told the judge, "Your Honor, Mr. McKnight, That's Blue Asterisk was one of the people who attempted to work with the government. They debriefed him, but he didn't know anything useful about the other defendants. Asterisk, that statement had everyone looking at him sideways.
Giving them information on that they already had and thought it was cool, but you know, that was part of that. You just confirmed that the other CIs just done told.
Here's where things get wild. Blue's lawyer admitted that his debriefing wasn't even new information. It had happened months before that court appearance. But then he let something slip. Blue had a safety valve session that same week. What does that mean? Basically, Blue was ready to talk, but he didn't have anything solid to give up. The feds weren't even checking for his weak crumbs. That's when people started asking. Asterisk, if Blue didn't have the goods, who gave the feds their inside scoop? Asterisk, this is where things get insane. Fast forward to 2023. During an interview with Cap Capone News, Blue flipped the script and put the real informant on blast. That's when Tammy Cowan's name hit the spotlight. So who's Tammy? She had been tight with Big Meech since 2008. When Meech got locked up, she held things down, keeping business moving while he was behind bars. Meech trusted her so much that he gave her control over his life rights. Yes, in writing. That golden ticket let her turn Meech's legacy into a money machine. And she cashed in. Tammy linked up with 50 Cent and co-produced his hit 2021 show BMF. But here's where things get messy. According to leaked paperwork, Tammy wasn't just locking in TV deals. She was playing both sides, feeding intel to the feds. The documents list Tammy as CS1, a confidential source working with the DEA's Atlanta division since Star 2009 Star. She gave up key info that cracked open a money laundering case against Terry White. And get this, when Tammy first started snitching, she wasn't even getting paid. But after helping the DEA bag White, they realized her value. Her handler, Agent Harsh, put her in for a cut of White's seized assets. Asterisk, cars, cash, cribs, the work star. But here's the wildest part. Tammy wasn't snitching because she was broke, scared, or facing charges. The paperwork shows she had no criminal record, wasn't in the dope game, and wasn't begging for a lighter sentence. Even the feds admitted she was one of the strangest informants they'd ever seen. So why'd she do it? Revenge, word is. Terry White used Tammy to clean his dirty money without her knowing. Once she found out, she flipped. This wasn't about money, it was personal. But the real question, why did Tammy keep talking even after White got locked up? This is where it gets juicy. While all this was happening, Big Meech was cooking up his own play from behind bars. That's when he crossed paths with cartel heavyweight Fidel Suarez, who ran a trucking operation in California. The feds had investigated Suarez twice but couldn't make charges stick. Meech saw an opportunity, a way to tap into Suarez's pipeline and keep product moving, even from inside prison. But he needed someone on the outside. Enter Tammy. In September 2011, Meech asked Tammy to help coordinate a shipment with Suarez. He made her the middlewoman, connecting Suarez with his homie Dion Cuffy, Gatling, who was running a crew flooding St. Louis with product from 2009 to 2014. Together, they were setting up a major pipeline. But Tammy, she was feeding every move back to the feds. Thanks to her reports, law enforcement snatched up Cuffy on March 13, 2014. He got 27 years for drug trafficking and weapons charges. The craziest part, Meech never caught a single charge. How did he dodge an indictment when his hands were all over the deal? Because when Tammy got pressed in court, she straight up lied to protect Meech. Prosecutors asked about reports where CS1, asterisk Tammy asterisk, claimed Demetrius Flenory coordinated drug deals between Suarez and Gatling. Tammy didn't flinch, she said no. When they pressed again about Meech setting up cocaine deliveries, she shut it down again. She covered for Meech all the way. After that, the feds red flagged her. But it gets even messier. Tammy wasn't just involved in the case. She was sleeping with one of the DEA agents investigating it.
During the course of this informant relationship, she becomes involved romantically with the supervisory special agent over the task force.
That's Keith Crumb.
So in and of itself, that's going to jeopardize everything that they got going on with respect to the investigation. So she ends up receiving like $200,000 as an informant, where he's the one who signed it off. So now he's maintaining an improper financial relationship with an informant, whom he's also maintaining an improper relationship.
By early 2015, Tammy was playing a dangerous game, working every angle. She had gotten too close to someone on the inside, and that fling had compromised the entire case. Everything changed in March when she saw a suppression motion filed by Gatling's legal team, one that could expose her as the confidential source. Tammy panicked, and for good reason. Gatling had a reputation. Records showed he was convicted in 2010 for ordering a hit on Theus Howard, who had snitched on Gatling's brother. He was also tied to another hit in 2013 on Terrence Morgan, who was about to talk to the feds. If Gatling found out she was the informant, it was lights out. Terrified, Tammy ran to the feds for protection, but they ignored her. With nowhere else to turn, she went to Big Meech, hoping her loyalty would count for something. But Meech wanted no part of it. He wasn't risking heat from Gatling or getting his name tied to her mess. After that cold meeting, Tammy flipped. She went into full cleanup mode. Desperately trying to erase any trace of her connection to Meech, Tammy was desperate. She even dragged in the DEA agent she had been sleeping with, accusing him of being jealous of her bond with Meech. In a last-ditch effort, she threatened to blast an unsworn affidavit to everyone involved in the case, claiming Agent Chroma only through Meech's name and out of spite. She insisted he was salty about how close she and Meech were, but none of it saved her. Once Cuffy got locked up, he figured out who had snitched. Game over. He filed for a Franks hearing, forcing everyone involved to face him directly. Tammy's web of lies was unraveling fast. Fast forward to 2024, and the drama isn't over. Blue Da Vinci did another interview with Cap Capone, and Cuffy called in from prison. He claimed Meech never got charged because he played the system like a pro, using third-party cooperation while keeping his hands clean. If you kick it with a known snitch, your name gets dirty too, no matter how solid you claim to be, Cuffy said. So why is all this old dirt resurfacing? Thank 50 Cent. When 50 talks, the streets listen, and he's not done. He's threatening to drop a tell-all exposing every move Meech ever pulled, claiming he worked with the feds. So, is Meech really guilty, or is this just 50's power move? Either way, the streets are locked in, and this story is far from over. Let us know what y'all think. Did Meech snitch, or is 50 just stirring the pot? Like, share, and subscribe, 'cause the next drop is gonna be even crazier. Catch y'all next time.